Hey y'all, it's Guardian. Today I'm going to be showing off the League in the Soulforge ladder. Today I'm going to start playing that, or at least build the deck. I don't know how much time I have today. But anyway, if you want to join a League on Soulforge ladder, it's kind of like a draft, but you get... So what happens is, well, first we can just go and click this League button, because y'all can read it or whatever while I talk. You start with, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boosters. And if you click on the booster, it'll tell you what's in it. I think this one just has a bunch of commons. I don't really want to go through them all. It's basically like a bunch of commons and rares. For this particular sealed league, there's no heroics. The one last month had you were guaranteed a heroic in one of your packs every week, but that just kind of led to whoever had the best heroics in the most. Like if you had 5 Utera heroics, and the person you were playing against had 5 heroics, 1 in each faction, and 2 in Tempest or something. Like their deck would be weaker because they can't play 3 of their heroics. So it kind of like people didn't like that. So this is just all rares and commons, which are a lot more balanced within themselves. So you just go to the league page and then you click join edit deck. It tells you when it starts, which started yesterday around 4 o'clock. The next pack is in a week, and new packs are in every week. So I've already joined this. If you click on it the first time, this is what it looks like, and this is the editor. It's kind of bare bones. It's functional. You can scroll through and see all your cards. If you can't remember what a card does, you hover over it and it'll show you what the card does. Scythian Steelgraph, like I could never remember what Amphlon Enforcer does. So it's a 5/4 with armor 2. Nice. And you can hide the cards you don't want to see. You can show like spells. It'll show you all your spells. You can hide them, show all your creatures, stuff like that. It'll show all my Necrium cards. So there's a lot of different customizing options. And then eventually when you want to add them, you just like add these cards to your deck and hit save. I haven't actually built my league deck yet, so that's why you don't see a deck right here. I was going to build it right now. I actually went ahead and put this I put my pool in a spreadsheet, just, so I could see. It's more for my benefit than, I don't really recommend this. It's just how I could see it easier, because this way I get to see all my cards in the same, screen. So it helps me compare things. I also did cute little things, like I made Onyxia Marauder and Ortec Battlebrand allied, so I could see like what color synergies I had at a glance, or what faction synergies I had at a glance. And I also separated by spells and creatures, so I could see those at once instead of just like searching through. It's just a little easier to see, so I don't have to keep scrolling up and down, up and down, up and down on the site. It is a little bit of work though. I kind of wish the league editor was better, but I understand why it isn't, because I imagine it's hard to program. I don't know. I'm not really a programmer person. But Kaylari does a pretty good job with the site, so I have no complaints about it. It's very functional. But I'm just going to use the spreadsheet and try to discuss it from here. I should probably go ahead and open SoulForge. So let's go ahead and do that. And just minimize that for now. I'm even on the right account. Nice. So at a glance, what I noticed was I had a lot of Necrium cards. Like if you just look in the columns right here, I've got 3 or 4 different play sets of cards, plus 2 of 3 different spells. The next most I have is a Loyan, because I have 3 Technosmiths and a lot of duplicates. And I think Utera is the 3rd most. Tempest I barely have anything for, which kind of sucks. And the best cards I have in Tempest are like Thranik Ambusher, Volcanic Giant, Ortec Battlebrand is by far the best card. Like my Tempest cards are really weak. I'm not going to be playing Tempest, Tempest is my favorite faction, but it's just not worth playing here. It's not great. Let's see, Utera. I have Poison Coil, which is okay. Spring Dryad is really strong, but I don't have anything that works with Spring Dryad. All I have is the Bright Tusk Sower, and that's it. I have nothing that works with multiple creatures. If we look at my other factions, like Necrium is the one with the most, like Crypt Slime and stuff like that, has a lot of expendable creatures. But even there, I don't really have anything, right? Yeah, I have no Death Seekers, I have no Crypt Slimes, I have nothing. So this Spring Dryad is not going to be doing a whole lot for me, and it's the best card I have here. I can go Tangle Sprout Swamp Moss Ancient, which is 2 really large creatures in the early game, and try to rush them down, but I don't have a lot of support for that. because the rest of my I've got Featherfang and Overgrown Spine Leafs, which are it's the same card. One's a plant, one's a dinosaur. It's the 6/4, 12/8, 18/12. One downside of the spreadsheet is you don't get to see what the cards do, but I know what they do. If you don't, I would recommend just using the site or looking up the cards in SoulForge. It kind of sucks that I can't click on them, but it's the league site's really obtrusive and hard to use for me, so I'm just gonna hope that y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, we'll just build the deck and you can see it later. But I think the best choice for me is Aloyan and Necrium, simply because I have a billion cards in Aloyan and Necrium, so it's going to be more to my benefit to try and play in those colors. And I actually have quite the sweet synergies here with this Dr. Frankenbaum 3x, 3x Graveborn Glutton, 3x Zithian Hulk. Those are all abominations, and Dr. Frankenbaum makes me do damage. Dark Shaper Savant's also really strong, in just, power level wise. It's one of those stronger Necrium cards, especially since it's like one of the only. There's not a whole lot of Bitterfrost totems and stuff in this pool. Like, I didn't see anything like that. I think Cypian. No, yeah. I don't see anything that's good underleveled except for Dark Shaper Savant. Like, there's no Bitterfrost totems or Evanbound Warlords, stuff like that. So Dark Shaper Savant's like the only thing I have, plus Technosmiths, to allow me to play underleveled, which is very strong. Plus Desire Hound is insane. Also an abomination, I believe. It's the Overload 4/4 that gives -4/-4. Very, very strong card. Like, there's a lot of cards I want to jam in this deck. 3 Zombie Titans is a solid creature. I think Group Meal is probably the strongest spell in the format that I've seen so far. And of course, I've only seen my pool and the glances I've had at the packs. But Group Meal gives everything -2/-0 on their side, and everything +2/+0 on your side. It scales horribly, like it's only 2, 3, 4. But it's extremely good still, because it's still good underleveled, because it warps the board in your favor. It's much better for each creature you have out. And Infernal Visage is, of course, insane. I played an Unheroic tournament yesterday where the deck was based around Infernal Visage and Abyssal Brood. Excuse me. So anytime I have those cards, it's probably going to be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and mark in red the cards I want to play. And I'll add them to SoulForge once I finish this, and then we'll see. How I build sealed decks is I try to single out the good cards in each faction, which I try to do here. I didn't really touch on Aloyan very much, but I'll do that in a second. I try to single out the good cards in each faction to make maybe want to play that faction, and if the color's deep enough, I will try and play those cards. Like, for instance, Tempest. Ortec Battlebrand is one of the better cards in the format. It kills one of their creatures and levels up a card in your deck, so it's really strong. You have to play it with Aloyan, so you have to look at 2 other factions. My Aloyan looks fine. My Tempest is really, really shallow, though. I only have like 5 or 6 cards I'm really excited to play. So I don't really want to play Ortec Battlebrand for just like 10 cards, because then my other faction would have 20 cards, and that's not reliable. So I can't play Tempest. So that's kind of how I build sealed decks. I just look at each faction individually to try and determine what the best cards are and how I can play them. So I don't remember how good Nikon is anymore. It used to be absolutely bonkers, but then they nerfed it to pieces, so I might just leave it out for right now, because I know I definitely want to play Dire Hound. The Gluttons, I'm not sure if I'm going to play 3 Zithian Hulks, but I'm going to read it, because I might play a couple. Definitely going to play the Zombie Titans. Definitely going to play Group Meal and Infernal Visage. Not sure about Spirit Leash. Gloomfiend's a solid card. I'd say 4/4 that gets -1/-1. Maybe I can find it in here. Gloomfiend. It's this card. It used to be bigger rank 3, I think, but it's still really solid. It's shrinks their guys and is a body. Oops, not the right window. Sorry, I'm used to playing on 2 screens, so I have a lot more to see, or a lot less to see on this just one screen. I'm probably going to play one of these guys, Marathine and Raleigh Symbiote. Maraphine's an 8/1 and Raleigh Symbiote's a 7/3. They're just like good underdrops. They're, solid creatures. Catacomb Spider I don't like a whole lot. Blightskull Phantasm's the 5/6, I believe. Let's see. That's a Duskspire zombie. Yep. Blightskull Phantasm's a 5/6. When you gain a rank, it gives the creature in the same lane as it smaller at every rank. And it's pretty, decently sized. Oops. Keep opening SoulForge, I think that's going to do something. Necroflay I'm not sold on, even though I have two. It's actually probably fine since it's my only removal spell, so I'll go ahead and red text it. And that's a lot of cards right now. I'll just worry about cutting them later. I'm going to look at a Loyan because I definitely want to play a Loyan. I've got an Ixia Marauder here. I don't actually know how to red text that since it's already in white text. Marauder I definitely want to play. That's annoying me. I'm just going to turn it back to white. I definitely want to play the War Charger. That card's insane. Operator is the 5/6 that whenever you rank up, you gain 2, or you draw 2 cards. It's okay. It's like my Necreum is so numerous and so strong. I mostly want to play it for the Onyxian Marauder, the Technosmiths, for sure. I'm not sure about the meta transfer. Steelgraft is probably fine too. Steelgraft is the spell that gives armor 2 to 2 of your creatures. It's a decent card. I like Steelskin Splunker as well. Sky Knight Glider is also quite strong. So let's just read these, and we'll take them out later if we don't want to play them. Palladium Wave, it's much worse version of Group Meal. Battlesuit only works on Alolan creatures, and most of my good creatures are Necreum. Steelgraft is okay. I might play one of them. Meta Transfer is meh. I have 3 Technosmiths. I don't really need a Meta Transfer. Unlike Technosmith, Meta Transfer isn't a creature, so you lose tempo when you play it. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video here and put all these cards in Soulforge. So there's no point in just watching me search for cards and see them. So I'll unpause it when I'm done with that. Okay, here we've got all the cards I added to the deck. I actually want to touch on 2 things real quick. I said Nrali Ooze. It was Nrali Symbiote, not Nrali Ooze. I just thought of the wrong card. Nrali Symbiote's the 5/5 10/10 15/15. It's just a really solid creature. Nrali Ooze is the 7/3 I was thinking of. I went ahead and hit I had to look at Nikon back again. It gains regen really slowly, but it's like a decently sized creature, especially at rank 3. I have a lot of creatures die, it's really hard to kill. Even though I don't want to play the Spirit Leash I have, because I have nothing to Spirit Leash. I have nothing I want to sacrifice really, which is how Nikon gets huge. Even though it might still be worth playing, I have 37 cards in this deck, so there's some stuff I want to take out. I'm probably going to start with the Steelskin Splunker. It's a solid creature, a 5/6 for has a 1-drop, 8, 10, 14, 18, and gives armor 1 to the center lane thing. But the problem is with my cards, I have 1 Abyssal Brute, 2 Infernal Visage, and 3 Zombie Titans. That's 6 cards that care about the side lane, and 2 that care about the mid lane. I definitely don't want to have, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm forced to choose between an armor and +2/+2, because that's not even a choice. You just go for +2/+2. So I'm just going to take out the Spelunkers. I don't really need them. That leaves me with 35 cards. I put in the Duskfire Zombies because I have 3 Technosmiths. This card's really difficult to kill. It sucks at rank 1. It's not great at rank 2. But it's at rank 3, it's unstoppable. Regen 4 with 19 health is quite a lot. Plus, the more Necreum spells I play, the more Dark Shaper Savant does for me. I put in the Marafiend as a decent underdrop, and I'm not sure what I need to take out. I'm probably going to end up taking out some Zithian Hulks and some Dr. Frankenbombs, because I have 5 cards to take out. All these Alolan cards seem pretty solid. The question is whether I want Metamind Overseer or Zithian Hulk. Zithian Hulk is 8/11, 14/17. This is, I believe, 9/10. So this would be 8/11. So it's bigger power at every rank, but it's smaller. It does have the added utility of drawing into my leveled cards, which is nice, but you have to play it in rank 2, or the end of rank 1, or the end of a rank for it to matter. Because it's not big enough to really live, and it doesn't work with Dark Shaper Savant, so I think we just take those out for the to leave the Zithian Hulks in. Because they're pretty straight comparisons. My other comparison is Duskspire Zombie. I probably only want 1 of those. 2 is overkill. Because even though I have 3 Technosmiths, I'm only probably going to be leveling 1 of them. It's not a great card underleveled since it's only a 2/5 at rank 1. So playing just 1 of those is fine, I think. Where are my Dr. Frankenbombs? Because I think I'm playing way too many of those. If we take out these Metamind Overseers, that leaves us with 32 cards. So I definitely don't want to take out Abyssal. So what are the cards I are must includes? I want Necroflake because it's the only removal spell I have in my deck. It also works in multiples, which is cute because I have 2 of them. Don't expect it to pop up often, but it might. I kind of want to keep the Hulks around for Frankenbaum. It makes me kind of want to keep the Frankenbaums around, even though Frankenbaum's pretty small. The damage adds up pretty quickly. Let's see. I'm trying to think. If I have 2 cards to take out. Taking out the last 2 cards is always pretty hard. It kind of make me want to take out Night Gaunt, but Night Gaunt's so strong with Infernal Visage and Abyssal Brute, I just don't see a reason to take that out. So I'm probably going to take out a Dr. Frankenbaum, and then I think all my Alloying cards are really strong. So let's take out a Dr. Frankenbaum, because I don't think 3 is the optimal number. And then maybe I can take out a Hulk. I think Hulk is definitely better than another Frankenbaum. I could take out Symbiote. Symbiote's an ooze. It's just large. The Symbiote's really hard to kill if I can pump it with Infernal Visage. So the choices between maybe Sky Knight Glider. That card's very strong. I don't want to take that out. I think I might just take out another Dr. Frankenbaum, honestly. Dr. Frankenbaum's worse than a Zithian Hulk, even though Zithian Hulk's vanilla. Actually, I have a lot of Abominations, way more than I thought. I have Direhound, 3 Hulk, that's 4. 3 Abominations, that's 7. 2 Frankenbaums, that's 9. And then Gloomfiend makes 10. So if I need to take out 1 card, what are we taking out? Definitely not the spells. Maybe the Marrow Fiend? I like having 1 underdrop, though, because I don't really have a whole lot. Maybe I just take out the Sky Knight Glider. That just seems so wrong. I don't want to take out the Technosmiths. I think they're really strong. I could take out the Duskspire Zombie. Yeah, I think Duskspire Zombie is actually the weakest card. Even though it's really strong with Technosmith, and I'd like to have something that's huge at rank 3. The Zombie Titan, the Symbiote, the Night Gaunt, I think are large enough that I don't need a 16-19. Even though it's a really good hedge against a lot of different decks. But one of the good things about League is you don't have to lock in your deck. You can change it as you go on. So who knows what we'll end up actually playing with. So let's go ahead and take out the Duskspire Zombie, just in favor of regen synergy. And this deck contains unknown cards. This deck will only be usable in special event tournaments. I'm going to have to forge these and record that I'm forging them. So let me save this deck as League Week 1. Let's see what we've got here. Yep, League Week 1. And I'm going to go ahead and forge those cards now so I can actually play in the tournament. And then I'll add the deck in Soulforge Ladder. So I think I'm just going to end the video here. If I play a League game, which I'm aiming to do, I will go ahead and record that in a separate video and like playlist it, I guess. Because that way I have all the League videos in just like one easy accessible place. So yeah, let's do that. So this is the end of the deck building video. I will see y'all in a bit for another League game.